Hi, my name is Jenna Meseraull.
And I'm Meseraull, and we are members of the Lakey Horseshoe 4-H Club in the Wilson County, Kansas District.
We are glad to be a part of the Water Connects Us All grant. Today we will be showing you a wetland model. So what the supplies you will need if you want to do this at home is a cookie sheet to catch any spills, 2 plastic tubs, modeling clay, blue and red dye, water that you put the red dye into, which represents the nutrients, a thing of dirt, packing tape, Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, blue dye in the water, which represents the clean ocean water or rainwater. And then you have to have a catch basin to put all of the supplies that are yucky when you're done in. And then paper towels.
Step 1, you need to get a chunk of clay out of the package, and then you need to mold it so it makes a sloping downward hill right here. Water travels from high to low areas. The water will travel down the hill to the bottom of the container.
Next, add soil to the hill to represent soil from a tilted farm field. You just want to sprinkle it slightly onto the hill and spread it out some. If there's any rock chunks, you want to remove that. When the rain falls, the soil will be washed down into the river and turn it brown.
Next step, blue water represents the river, which is clean water. All you have to do is just pour it in so it barely covers the bottom of the pan. And then you take the red water. The red water represents fertilizer runoff. Look and see. The blue water is no longer blue. What happened to the water in the basin? The water is no longer blue. It is polluted with chemicals from the fertilizer. The second half of the experiment begins like the first. You put the clay and the soil into the container. The clay represents the hill and the soil represents the tilled farmland. The next step is to take the sponge. The sponge represents a wetland. You put the sponge right up against the base of the hill, and then you take your packing tape and tape the sponge to the container. So the sponge stays in place.
Be sure to put the clay in the indentions of the container because the container is not level. You need to make sure that the sponge fits on tightly. That way it doesn't seep through the gaps. The next step is to take the blue liquid and pour it in to represent the river, which is clean water. Then it's going to rain, and the red water represents the chemicals and fertilizer. As you can see, the sponge is starting to absorb it on the sides, stopping the nutrients from getting in and mixing with the clean water over here. Wetlands typically are located in low areas and are like basins to collect water. The plastic tub represents a basin. The sponge represents the wetlands that hold water and absorb nutrients. So wetlands are like a sponge. Thank you for listening.